So, the words globalization and global citizen have been buzzwords and have been used by various companies and institutions for the past few years. In this video, we'll analyze the claims made by Waseda University/SILS that they are developing global citizens. But before we get into the crux of the matter, let me simply explain some concepts. So what is global citizenship education? Let's start by imagining a world map. This map represents all the different cultures, traditions, and people in the world. And global citizenship education is all about exploring this map, discovering different cultures, and learning how to be a responsible and respectable citizen of the world. But why is this important, you ask? Well, think about it. If you only ever hang out with the people from your hometown, you're missing out on all the amazing experiences the world has to offer. Variety is the spice of life, and that's why it's so important to expose students to different cultures. And by learning about different perspectives, traditions, and ways of life, students can expand their recognition of their own imagined community. An imagined community is a term coined by the political scientist Benedict Anderson to describe the concept of a nation or a national identity. The idea is that a nation is not a tangible physical entity, but rather a shared social construct created and maintained through shared cultural practices and symbols such as language, history, religion, and political institutions. Essentially, an imagined community is a powerful concept that explains how people can feel a sense of belonging and solidarity with others, even if they've never met each other. Whether it's a nation state, a religious group, or a fan community, imagined communities are an important part of our social fabric and help to define our identities and values. So why does Waseda want to promote JCE? Promoting global citizenship education at Waseda University is important because it helps students develop the knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed to actively participate in creating a more just and sustainable world. It is also complex because it requires the integration of multiple perspectives and the examination of global issues from a variety of disciplines. An ideal global citizenship education would include a comprehensive understanding of global issues and their interconnectedness, as well as the skills and attitudes necessary to take action to address them. It also prioritizes the perspectives and experiences of marginalized communities. Not only would it encourage students to examine the privilege and power dynamics and to take responsibility for their actions as global citizens, it would also provide students with the opportunities for intercultural communication and collaboration, and help students develop the ability to navigate through diverse cultural contexts. Personally, I think that Waseda did a good job in several aspects. To begin with, Waseda University has a moderately large amount of international students, with a ratio of roughly 1 transfer student to every 6 Japanese students. This allows students to be in a diverse environment and provides them with opportunities for intercultural communication and collaboration, which is one of the values that are important in JCE. Next, there are numerous study abroad programs where Japanese students are able to participate, whether it be long-term or short-term. This helps students to develop the ability to navigate through diverse cultural contexts, which is also a plus. And lastly, especially for SILS, the almost all English courses facilitate Japanese students with the necessary linguistic abilities for the rapidly globalizing world. Not only that, but they have it mandatory for SP1 students, or Japanese students, to take foreign languages other than English, which not only encourages language learning, but cultural learning. However, the way global citizenship is currently being conceptualized and practiced at Waseda University might not adequately address the certain ideals that they want. For example, unless students make a willing effort towards utilizing the opportunities that they have, they will be unable to fully maximize the potential of TCE that SILs might provide. There is also a lack of emphasis on the perspectives and experiences of marginalized communities, and a lack of opportunities for students to put their learning into action. Additionally, global citizenship education is not fully integrated across the curriculum and is only offered in selected courses and programs. Furthermore, there is a lack of opportunities for students to engage in intercultural communication and collaboration, and a lack of resources to support students in navigating diverse cultural contexts. In order to overcome these problems or deficiencies and promote the ideals of global citizenship education, the university can take the following hypothetical actions. First is to develop a comprehensive curriculum that integrates global issues and perspectives across multiple disciplines and prioritizes the perspectives and experiences of marginalized communities. This can be done by incorporating a global citizenship lens in all courses and by creating interdisciplinary courses that examine global issues from multiple perspectives. Second is to create opportunities for students to put their learning into action, such as through service learning, internships, and community-engaged research. This can be done by creating partnerships with organizations and communities working on global issues, both locally and internationally, to provide students with real-world learning opportunities. Additionally, creating a mandatory service learning component in several courses can help ensure students are putting their learning into action. Third is to encourage and support student-led initiatives, such as student clubs and organizations focused on global issues to foster a culture of global citizenship on campus. This can be done by providing funding and resources for student-led initiatives, and by creating a student-led Global Citizenship Council to advise on curriculum and campus initiatives. Finally, this is the most plausible action that can be taken, which is to create a mandatory global citizenship course that all students must take in order to graduate, which can be effective to ensure that all students have a solid understanding of the concepts and the skills of global citizenship. Overall, promoting global citizenship education at Waseda University is a multifaceted and an ongoing process that requires the participation and commitment of the entire university committee. The above actions are just some examples of how the university can work towards developing global citizens in accordance with the ideals identified. But it is important to remember that the process of promoting global citizenship education is not a one-time effort, and the university should continuously strive to improve and adapt their approach. Thank you for listening.